I want to take this opportunity to wish all of the mothers in our Kehila and all the mothers in our community a happy Mother's Day. We like to say that every day should be Mother's Day, and that's absolutely true. But the reality is that for most families, it's not. We get caught up in the manic paces of day-to-day life. We get caught up in the details of day-to-day living, and we forget sometimes to express such profound gratitude to one of the most important people in our lives, our mother. The Torah tells an incredible story that Avram and Sarah, Avram Avinu and Sarah had a little bit of a disagreement in terms of what to do regarding Yishmael. After the birth of Yitzchak, Sarah Imenu feels that in order to raise a Yitzchak in a proper spiritual home, Yishmael has to be sent away. Avram resists this idea, understandably so. Avram Avinu, his whole persona was changing and influencing the world, and yet here he would be forced to send away his one and only son. And the disagreement was so intense that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has to intervene. And he says to Avram, listen, Kol asher tamar elecha, Sarah shma b'kola. Whatever Sarah Imenu tells you, listen to her. So if Sarah tells you that you have to send away Yishmael, then you have to send away Yishmael. So Rashi says, Shema b'kola baruach hakodesh sheba. Listen to Sarah Imenu's Ruach HaKodesh. And Rashi goes on, he says, Lamadnu shaya Avram tafel Sarah b'nevius. You see from here that Avram was literally like secondary to Sarah in terms of prophecy. Rashi makes it sound like Sarah Imenu was a greater prophetess than Avraham. And then Netziv asks a very simple question. He says, how can you say that Sarah was greater in prophecy than Avram? The Torah, Bereshis, is filled with conversations between God and Avraham. Yet never do we find a conversation between God and Sarah. There's never Vayidaber Hashem el Sarah Leimar. So how can you say that Sarah was a greater prophetess? So the Netziv says something amazing. He says, if you notice the wording of Rashi, Rashi says, Bekol Ruach HaKodesh Sheba. God tells Avram to listen to Sarah's Ruach HaKodesh, not Nevius. What's the difference between Ruach HaKodesh and Nevius? And then Netziv says something so beautiful. He says Nevius is prophecy. Ruach HaKodesh means intuition. What God was telling Avram Avinu is, you are a very wise man. You are the father of a multitude of nations. But Sarah has a greater level of familial intuition. She understands the home. She understands the family. And to a certain degree, she understands life better than you do. You're a very wise man, a gifted individual, a father of a multitude of nations. But Sarah has an intuition that you don't possess. And my dear friends, does this not sum up the totality of a mother? A mother is that person who not only brought us into this world, was a partner with Hashem in giving us physical life. Not only someone who loved us, who cared about us, who still loves us and cares about us, no matter how grown up or independent or successful we become. But the greatest blessing of a mother is that maternal intuition. How many times throughout life have we received advice from a mother? And sometimes you get it, and even at first you might bristle a little bit or might try to dismiss it a little bit. But over time you begin to understand that your mother really sees things in ways that often you cannot. And your mother often sees you in ways that you cannot. The gift of a mother is the gift of having someone with incredible life intuition. Someone who loves you unconditionally. Someone who is by your side in times of success and in times of abysmal failure. Having a mother is having an advocate. Having a mother is having a cheering section. Having a mother could be more than just having a best friend, but having someone who understands you, sometimes even more than you understand yourself. Having a mother is having your own Sarah Imenu. And so today on Mother's Day, let us take a few moments to make sure to connect and to say thank you to those special women, to our mother. And although maybe we say thank you, we say I love you every time we talk, sometimes it's good just to pause on a day like today. Although it's not a Jewish holiday, that is true. Because from a Jewish perspective, every day is Mother's Day. But as I said before, most of us don't observe that Yom Tov every single day. Let's take a few moments today. Pick up the phone, not an email, not a text, but a phone call. A phone call. Just to tell your mother, I love you. And thank you. Thank you for all the things you've done for me that I know about. And thank you for all of the things that you've done for me that I don't know and probably will never know about. Thank you for being my Sarah. Thank you for being my mother. And if your mother is no longer in this world, but her neshama is in Olam Haba, take the time still today to utter a tefillah and say, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, thank you for the mother that you've given me. And please make sure that her neshama is on the highest of high. Please make sure that her neshama has an aliyah. Say an extra few kapitlach of Tehillim today. Give a little extra tzedakah today. Do something to show your hakaras hatov, to show your gratitude for this most important person in your life. So I wish my mother a happy Mother's Day, and take this opportunity to thank my mother for all she has done for me and for my family, and for being a beacon of strength and a beacon of positivity in our lives each and every day. And I thank all of the mothers. You're all wonderful. You're all great. No parent is perfect. No human being is perfect. But there is no group of people who try as hard as mothers. And for that we thank you. For that we salute you. And for that we hope and pray that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives each of you the koach to continue to shepherd, to lead, and to love your families for many years to come. Happy Mother's Day.